Hello, it's Danny. Welcome to a whole nother awesome review. Today I'll be reviewing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2014. So here's my review on the movie. Oh my god, this movie was fantastic. This is, I would rate this as the third best Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie in the series that's live action. I hated Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. Gonna be totally honest with you guys. My favorite is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. Then it would be number 1, and then this movie. Because this movie was fantastic. Jonathan Liebesman is a great director. He did a great job of this film. Platinum Dunes brought their A game, of course. When I went into this movie, there was so much fan backlash because the Turtles look different than they did in, all the live action films, because now they're CGI. They're not people in, animatronic heads and costumes. They're CGI, basically. CGI has come a long way, and CGI looks more realistic than it ever has. Now, can I say that, practical effects will always be better than CGI, of course. And that is true. So, that's why the first two films are the best, right? But if I was to rate this movie out of 10, I would give it a 9 out of 10. I'm saying that I will give the first film a 10 out of 10 and the second film a 10 out of 10. But all in all, I gotta say, this was a great film. It captured the spirit of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And everybody wasn't a fan of the new look of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But I totally digged it. I liked what they did with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in this movie. I don't think the trailers do it justice. I think you really got to go to this film to really enjoy it. And IGN was reporting on this film saying who Shredder was. And Shredder was totally the opposite of who they said it was. And it's not just IGN, it's a whole bunch of people on YouTube and other forums saying, well, this guy's Shredder, and guess what? He's not Shredder. And Shredder's not a white guy. Yeah, it just boggles my mind that my mind was filled with this garbage by, people saying this guy was Shredder. If you don't know he's Shredder, don't even say anything. Because Shredder in this movie is not that guy. He is just like he is in the comics, basically. It's a Japanese guy. So stop trying to trick us and say that this guy's Shredder, because he's not. So IGN was wrong. I'm not listening to them anymore. From now on, I'm going to be doing my own reviews and not listening to their opinions on what they think the movie is going to be. IGN Rewind is just garbage. They were totally wrong about who Shredder was going to be, and totally disappointed in them reporting false information. I gotta say, Shredder in this film was very dark, and it was the original take on Shredder, thank goodness. Because I wouldn't be down with a new take on Shredder. Now, there are stuff revealed in this movie that we didn't expect, which I did enjoy. Like Megan Fox's character, April O'Neil, of course, spoiler alert. She's the one that saves the turtles from a fire and lets them go basically in a sewer where they become the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which I thought was a really cool idea because they connected April O'Neil to the origin story of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. April O'Neil played a much bigger character than she did in this series than, let's say, the cartoon series and stuff like that. And I'm glad that they went with the really dark stuff, kind of like the comic books. It was pretty gritty, pretty out there stuff. There's a guy who freaking dies in this movie that they literally kill with gas, and it's pretty awesome. So it's like they respected the adult audience, but also they respected the kid audience. Of course, this movie, I was knowing what I was gonna expect. I thought maybe they're just gonna make it kid friendly, but they respected the original comic book material, and they respected that that it should be a more gritty, dark take on it, and that they should show that, basically. And that's what the first film did, too. I mean, it did not stay away from the gritty, dark material of the comic books. And I like that they did that. It really paid homage to the comic book series and that respect. I think that this is a really well done film. I can't wait for the sequel. I'm hoping that the sequel is going to have Krang in it. Before I went out of this movie, my niece had seen the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie. I asked her, what would you rate this movie out of 10? Her answer was a 10 out of 10. So if an 8-year-old can give it a 10 out of 10, and I can give it a 9 out of 10, I know it's a good movie. Because now they've respected the adult audience, and they respected the kid audience, just like the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And for the people giving bad reviews out there just because it's a Michael Bay produced film or Platinum Dunes produced film, I'd like you to go back and look at the original reviews of the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle film that was flagged by Roger Ebert and Siskel as being one of the worst films ever made, getting 2 thumbs down. Of course, this film's going to get a 2 thumbs down because it's not like the original film. And it's always going to get backlash. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, even the original, got backlash. And now it's going to get backlash for not being like the 90s film, but being something totally different. And that's the cool thing about films, is that they try to do their own thing. And this film did not feel like a remake. It felt like a more reimagined film, basically. And I really love the direction. I love the design of Shredder's new armor, and it was really cool. It was kind of like, it reminded me of some of the designs of the Super Shredder from animated TV series. If you look up some of those pictures, you'll notice that it's very like that, which I think is cool because Super Shredder is awesome, you know. So, and of course my favorite is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, so having Super Shredder kind of in this film was pretty sweet to see. Now I am hoping, fingers crossed, that we're going to get Krang in the sequel. Now I don't know if any of you guys who watch this film knew this out there, but the original characters and the original script for Michael Bay's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles had Bebop and Rocksteady, and Krang was supposed to make an appearance in the film, but was cut from the movie. So I'm hoping that Bebop and Rocksteady and Krang are in the sequel, because if they are, I'm gonna be like so amazed, because Krang is my favorite character. I don't care what anybody says, Krang is freaking awesome. He was awesome in the comics, he was awesome in the cartoon series, he's my favorite character. So if he's in the sequel, I'm seeing it day one. I'm going to see it because he has to be in the sequel. Please, Platinum Dunes, if you're watching this, please make Krang in the sequel. We all want Krang. We all want Bebop and Rocksteady. We've seen the whole origin of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We've seen Shredder. Let's have Krang. Please, please bring out Krang. So I know that all of you out there want Krang too. So please make Krang be in the sequel of this film. And I know that Brad Fuller watches some of my reviews on YouTube, who is the producer of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle 2014 film. So if he's watching this, please use Krang in the sequel. And everybody, thanks for watching my review, and have an awesome night.